issues from personal life problems to property matters like will, inheritance, succession, real estate investments, or to relocate in India in future, which NRIs find very hard to combat with. These are some NRI problems which every NRI faces.
Land issues, real estate investment, taxation, marriage, divorce, lot of NRI problems. And to find out somebody trustworthy or some appropriate organization to deal with this is indeed a problem too.
It is important that they would have good guidance on construction laws, on factory laws, on business laws, opening a school, opening a hospital, and all the system, how they will operate and how they will get the government approvals. And people go blindly. For example, all the investors in the realty sectors, they just paid the money in that country, yeah? And if they would have the advice.
Many times you must have felt a lot of stress and mental discomfort for very small issues because you did not know how to tackle the situation and you were in need of the right and proper guidance.
I'm in Canada and my brother stays in London. As my mother was staying alone in India, my brother wanted mother to stay with him. So she applied visa for London. The same was rejected and was asked why she can't go to Canada and stay with me. It had become a great problem for us as my mother don't wanted to stay with me. As in India, still, it is not considered good to stay with daughters.
I had an Indian credit card and I used those credit cards for payment of various bills. In my travels, I did not receive any information from the credit card as to what amounts and how those were calculated were presented to me. I had traveled back into UK, and what had happened in my absence was that they started to make threatening calls to my family members in Jodhpur. That caused mental harassment to the family, and that was informed to me when I was in London. So I tried to deal with that issue with there, but there was no response. Then the credit card company started to send the people threatening, saying that they were going to send people to our Jodhpur residence, and that caused me
It sounds like a very small problem and only amounts to just a few thousand rupees. But the mental stress and harassment has created discomfort beyond explanation.
I then sent him an email saying that this was the issue I was having with the credit card company, that they were not giving me enough information, and they had made threatening calls, and then they threatened to send some people to my family in Jodhpur. When I communicated this to Mr. Sinha on an email, he dealt with this matter by sending letters to them through his law firm, and the matter got resolved very, very quickly and amicably.
He got the right advice on time so he could come out easily of this situation and got the required solution. But everyone is not as lucky as him.
I wanted to buy a piece of land in India, so I contacted my friends and relatives to find me some good property. But you know, they were busy, so I contacted some estate agents and got the deal. But later I came to know that the price I paid was much higher and location was not very good.
Since NRIs are away, they have a lot of problems regarding inherited properties, bank accounts, fixed deposits, etc. since it involves a lot of formalities in India.
Inheritance problem is when a landowner or a property owner dies abroad or in India, and the dependents are abroad, and then the first question is of intikal with the land revenue of the land, and for that they have to produce death certificate, and then the question of how many children the person has, how many sons, how many daughters, and if the spouse is alive. And sometimes they have to come, everyone, to India for that purpose, unless they give power of attorney to one person to come here and execute the commutation. That is a major problem.
Today, India is a land of opportunity. Your hard-earned money abroad can get you good returns, especially at the time of need when you return to relocate back to India.
I'll give you example of even my daughter and son-in-law. They invested something like £100,000 in 2 flats, and they were being constructed. They were given allotment registrations, and they were given documents that they will receive handover in 2009 December. And those flats are still under construction in 2012.
Just imagine all those problems which you have to face being an NRI. Now imagine those problems getting solved, all under one roof, with legal expertise and investment panel. Here is one organization, the Bhartiya Society.
To get investment, the laws in this country are so complicated, which I can call it a license Raj, getting clearance. It is not single window investment facilities. One have to go to one office, another office, another office, and another office. So that is a problem. So any NRI who want to invest needs good services from legal experts in this country.
Staying away, NRIs have very limited knowledge about Indian laws. The Bhartiya Society provides free primary assistance about laws of India in any sphere in which they require help.
Lot of Indians have settled abroad. They are in UK, USA, Australia, Canada, and every part of the world. But they are scattered. They have done very, very well. They are doing very well, but still they are scattered. They are in minority, and they require somebody who is strong with their voice, joint voice, and can talk about them, can represent to the government, can represent to the wherever it is required, because they are busy with their own affairs. They are busy, maybe their service, their jobs, etc. So they require somebody who can speak on their behalf and who has got a strong joint voice.
The Bhartiya Society focuses on the socio-economic development as a non-profit and a non-governmental organization whose primary objective is to provide legal and investment support to NRIs.
They are looking, one, for investment for their high returns, because no part of the world can give you that much high. Second, in hour of need, you require security and safety also, which probably India, your own country of origin, can provide you. I wish all of you best of luck, but then you require something at your own which give you high return and safety security also. Thirdly, you require legal services also, not connected with the investment, but also connected, like some people are having inheritance, mutation, succession, will, some marriage problem, some visa problem. So all these services you require.
The ready-to-help hand, Mr. Alok Sinha, noted lawyer and practicing for more than 3 decades in Honorable Supreme Court of India. Besides that, he is involved in advising numerous reputed national and multinational clients on various aspects of their investments.
The Bhartiya Society, which understands that the Indians have a strong bond with their motherland. This non-governmental organization is run by Mr. Alok Sinha, who is a practicing advocate of the Honorable Supreme Court of India.
Mr. Sinha has been deeply involved in investments, providing legal support through ASC solicitors and advocates and enjoys a very high stature as a Supreme Court advocate. He has been invited as a chief guest and key speaker and shared dais on a very high level at national and international conferences with very high dignitaries. His stature and activities have been supported by ILO, ASSOCHAM, Planning Commission of India, Invest India, FICCI, JETRO, Japanese organization, Spain, ICEX, Investment Body of Spain, Labour Ministry of India, RICO, HSIIDC. He has also been associated with so many organizations in different capacities. Life member, Supreme Court Bar Association. Life member, International Law Institute. Member, India-British Partnership Network. Member, PhD, Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Member and honorary legal advisor for renowned clubs in Delhi like Chelmsford Club, etc.
So this might have given a little relief to the NRIs who are expecting a helping hand who can give them the right advice, guidance and support. The Bhartiya Society under the stewardship of Mr. Alok Sinha is fulfilling this objective.
Bhartiya Society basically is the idea, it came when I had a lot of problems which the people are feeling abroad. They require somewhere representation, they also require somewhere unity, they also require a strong voice, and how they can have all these things. They can have all these things if there is some association, some organization which are uniting them and where they all are members to that. So the Bhartiya Society took this step forward, although there may be many associations and organizations which are doing this. But Bhartiya Society is main object to make the association its members, and their members will automatically its member. So the voice will be very strong, and I feel this is my job also, because the lawyers always analyze the things, they always interpret the things in a right way, and their analytical powers is very much developed. So I feel that some association, some society which is uniting all the associations, all the NRIs, can speak on their behalf.
As the president of Bhartiya Society, he has been on dais with important personalities like bureaucrats, politicians, investors, and having an interaction in all walks of life to provide necessary assistance and support to achieve the objectives of the society. The society also has a vision of building an old age home for the old.
The society is having an understanding with ASC solicitors and advocates, which is supported by professionals. This is to provide a legal assistance and support to any kind of legal and investment problems on a complementary and concessional basis.
Besides this, the society also understands that Indians around the world have carved a niche for themselves in their respective fields. These Indians, scattered in myriad of places, have a deep-rooted sense of belonging to India and are in one way or the other attached to India. Since independence, the Indians settled abroad have been returning to discover new opportunities for interacting with their homeland. Perhaps it is one of the reasons Indians settled outside are investing heavily.
Abroad you get a very meagre, the interest or returns. For example, if you go to the bank accounts, bank interest, it is just 2%, I believe. You go to fixed deposit, even that it is very little. You go to real estate, even then it is very little. Maybe highest return in UK, I am not quoting the authentic figures, but I am just telling you an idea. Maybe 12%, 13%, 14% is the highest. In India, you get sometimes 35, 40, 50% returns. So you require whatever money, hard-earned money you earn there, you want to have a good return over there, because it is just lying dead in your banks. You want that you should get good money. But then where should you invest? How should you invest? What are the people who can help you with this? And India, it is not, I am just talking something else. Because I am a solicitor, advocate, Supreme Court advocate, running a law firm, and I know that this time the whole world is having a focus on India, because it is the best destination for investments and having high returns. The comparison is India and China. China is non-speaking, India is English English speaking.